rambling.
I've had my lunch.
Well, of course, every single day there is a star of the day. It's called our Today's Special Value. Launched at midnight, launched right now. We hold a special price on a special product for a period of only 24 hours. Quite unusually, we're talking about something which is going to make you feel and be more secure in your own home. It's called the NightWatcher, and this is a brand new version of it, Peter.
Absolutely brand new. We're launching it on QVC today.
Now, the price is £58. You're seeing the price on your screen. It will actually, when it reaches its QVC price, be £60 odd. But if you're to look on the high street now, the price you'll be seeing there, I've completely forgotten what it is, but it's a lot higher. The price is going to be £70 on the high street. So you're making a great saving if you were to go and to try to buy this. But this is the new improved version, Peter.
It is. And I think the first thing to say is this is all about security at home. In these times, people are very conscious of security at home. And of course, you can spend a fortune on security systems with cameras. This is something which you can simply put on your wall and it will give you as much safety as you need at home. I won't say that, by the way.
Yeah. So you've got a light.
Yes, let me explain exactly what this is. As you can see already, this is a lamp with a moving head that's moving from side to side. And this is unique technology to NightWatcher, which means that only this product has this motorized head movement. Now, the way it does that is at the bottom here, it has this sensor. And whereas with most lights that people have outside their house which come on at night, they call them PIR lights, they have a small range of vision, so therefore if somebody walks there, the light will come on. With the NightWatcher light, it has a radius of 210 degrees, which is that much. So therefore, anybody walking essentially along the side of a wall, immediately this sensor is going to detect them and it's going to turn this light on. And that's the basic NightWatcher technology of using this sensor technology in conjunction with the light to show that somebody is on your property. And if they're not supposed to be there, then clearly the light's going to come on and it's going to give them a warning to get off.
OK, the light comes on. There looks to be a camera in here.
Well, what we've done with this product, which, as I said, is launched today at QVC, is that we've built in a dummy camera. So this is a camera lens, but we don't actually have a camera in this product. What we decided to do was to make this an affordable value solution for QVC customers that would give the impression of a camera built into this light. So if I turn off this the light now, you'll see the light will go out. And this is what would normally happen in the daytime. If the sensor picks me up over here, then what it's going to do is it's going to turn the lamp head towards me, giving the appearance that the camera is looking at me and recording me. And as you can see, the head will move in the direction of anybody who's walking within that 220-degree radius.
Terrifying the life out of that prospective burglar.
Well, let's hope so, because if they're not supposed to be there, then clearly you want them to be deterred by seeing what's here and move off somewhere else.
But that's not all, is it?
That's not all. And something else we felt that was an important part of this system was an alarm. And basically, this is a very simple alarm. It's a wireless alarm that's linked to the camera, to the light. And what will happen is that when the sensor picks up any movement, the light will send a message to the alarm, and the alarm will go off. Now, the alarm has an on-off switch, which, you know, after a while you might appreciate, but nonetheless it's there for a purpose. It also has a volume control as well, so you can turn the volume up as high or as low as you want it to be. So the whole thing about this is we want to deter people from coming on your property. It's great having systems that will record pictures of people stealing your property out of your garage, but in my book, I would much prefer to stop them or deter them from doing it in the first place. So prevention is better than cure.
Absolutely, to send them away, send them away to perhaps another property that's not as well protected as yours, harsh though that might seem.
Absolutely.
Now, how do I install this?
This is something we recommend installation by an electrician because you're wiring this into the main supply. So if you have a wall that you want to put this light on as new, then I would go and call an electrician in to come and do the job for you. A lot of our customers maybe replacing an old light would simply detach the 3 wires from their old light, put this one up, and it's up and running.
The wiring is already there in place.
But we always recommend get somebody who knows what they're doing to do the installation.
Now, my worry would be, I have a cat, and we have lots of foxes visit our garden as well. Are they going to be keeping me awake all night by setting the light off?
The thing about sensors is that they are obviously designed to be sensitive. What we try to do with the settings for our sensor on this light is to set a minimum weight or body mass, if you like, for the sensor to detect. And we've set that at about 20 kilos or 45 pounds. And what that means is that anything below that, like a small cat, even a small rodent or a small dog, they're not going to set this off. But a person is going to set it off, and that's the important thing.
How bright is this light?
Well, this light gives off 150 watts of brightness, but we actually use an energy-saving bulb, which is only consuming 120 watts. So you're getting a 20% saving on your light bill, which is obviously important with the cost of energy these days. The other thing that's important to say is that the range of the sensor is up to 50 feet. So therefore, anybody walking within 50 feet of this light is going to set it off, and that's again would mean that most people's gardens would be accommodated within those parameters.
Now, I actually have at the side of my house, there's a really dark passage, and I would actually quite like to use this just to help me illuminate the passage when I'm out taking the wheelie bin around the side of the house or whatever. So can I use this without the alarm in that kind of instance?
Yes, of course you can. I think, again, you'd typically, it's a bit like when if you've got an alarm at home, if you've got a burglar alarm system, you know, you'd set the alarm when you go out of the house, or you'd set it at bedtime so that you know that you've got that alarm feature at night. Of course, during the day, you can just turn the alarm off if you don't need it then. But the other benefit of the system here is the convenience. And as you quite rightly say, if your house has got a dark passage which isn't normally lit, as the nights are drawing in and we're seeing that it's getting dark at 7 o'clock and it's going to get gradually earlier and earlier, the advantage of having a light that will follow you is tremendous, because if you think of walking into front of your house, say you're getting out of your car, the light's going to turn to greet you and light your path from the car along the path to the front door and show you where the hole is to put your key in the door.
Yeah, that's
and
fabulous,
that's the convenience factor as well.
I don't think you can really put a price on feeling secure in your own home, and this is really going to add to that. You might have an alarm, you might have all of those things, but to actually have something which is going to put the spotlight on somebody who is going to try possibly to break into your house is worth its weight in gold. It's worth a lot more than that £57.86 actually. And you know, just to make that price comparison again, if you were to buy the previous model, it would cost you £70, but this has a lot more. The idea that a prospective burglar will look at that and think, gosh, I'm going to be recorded as well. It might be somebody casing the joint in the daytime, having a little look round and seeing what you've got here. They're going to think, I'm not going near that house, because not only am I going to be shot with the light, but I'm also going to be shot with a camera. I'm going to be recorded. And
that's why we believed it was important to build in this movement technique during the daytime as well, because of course it's fine at night time and there's a light that's following you around, but in the daytime, if you see the light isn't moving, you think there's nothing happening. But if you see that this head is moving towards you, and as you walk across the range, it's following you, and you can see that camera lens on the front, you're going to be pretty certain that something's going on, somebody's watching you.
Okay, let's just because time's kind of catching up with us. Let's create that scene. Right, we've got a burglar, possible burglar approaching your house. So what's going to happen? Let's see the light in action and the alarm.
Obviously, the light is for nighttime use. So if we imagine that it's, say, 8 o'clock at night, it's dark, somebody walks onto our property, the first thing that's going to happen is that the light is going to come on and it's going to turn towards them. And then as they walk perhaps to try and get out of the range of the light, which is what people would normally expect, this light's actually going to follow them. It's going to track them, and therefore it's going to track them from over here right the way to over there, which is something they won't understand and they won't be used to. So the advantage of this is it appears that somebody is actually watching. It's not just the light, it's somebody behind the camera is actually watching them and watching what they're doing.
And what about my alarm?
The alarm would basically sound at that point, because the sensor has detected the movement of wireless. This will work up to 45 to 50 feet away from the light, and the alarm would sound, and you would instantly know that there's somebody on your property or outside your property.
And you could be ringing the police. That could set you to ring the police. If you'd like to get yours, it's our today's special value. It's valid. The price that we're seeing is £57.86. Really, if you're making that comparison, it should be more than the £70 of the previous model, because you've got the dummy camera included. A lot more easily.